Listen, I had to shut my last live down because something funky was going on. Something funky was going on up in there. Anywho, um, did you guys see the Michael Jackson film? If you haven't, I recommend it's a must see. Nephew did an amazing job. If you were on my last live and you sent me a subscribe, I'm gonna send you a heart. Thank you. Big shout out to you, whomever you are. You came back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did you see the Michael Jackson movie? Because that movie was bomb, okay? I mean, I've watched like almost all of the Michael Jackson movies, and I like that his nephew played him, but I mean, I feel like the story never changed with Joe Jackson, but I feel like as I've moved on throughout life and in age, your mom don't let you. Why you not in school? And how old are you? Talking about my mom. I feel like it's when I flow throughout ages and seeing, different Michael Jackson movies and things of that sort. I'm not gonna paint. You're 10. You are not supposed to be in here. You're not supposed to be in here, but I'll let you stay. The father, he was very tough in rendering his boys, or rather his children. Joe was not perfect at all. I know he just wanted some recognition, but to what cost? Because you know, hey, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. But in hindsight, I'll say, Joe wanted, I feel as though, and I see this a lot with parents, where parents, they birth a child of greatness and then they want to take on the light, live in the light that their child exudes, which is, it's kind of creepy. I'll say that it's creepy. I mean, you want them to do well, but and you want them to do better than you, but at what cost? You know? No worries. But at what cost? At at a cost to cause your child trauma, because I've experienced trauma from both of my parents, from both of them, different types of trauma, but it's been trauma. Do I hate them? No, I don't hate my parents. I mean, they did make me who I am. They did. Through the experiences, I'll say. My experiences that I experienced with them is what molded me into who I am today, as far as with dealing with conflict and things of that sort. Because I'm not a combative person, but if there is something that I need to confront and handle, welcome back. If there's something I need to confront and handle, I'm truly capable of handling it head on instead of deflecting and dancing around it and expecting other people to do it for me. In the movie, you do see where Michael had to deal with that with his father. They didn't really tap on the competitiveness with the brothers as much as they did with, his dad and the silly stuff that his dad was doing. But in hindsight, without spilling too much of the tea, because there are some things that there are some things that you can there are some things that you can and you cannot there's some things that we knew and we didn't know. That's what I meant. I was getting distracted. I had to put a little 10-year-old in timeout. I don't know if he's home from school because he got the sniffles or what, but honey, you getting on my damn nerves. And that's the reason why this chat is not for the children. We like the kids, but listen, when you're doing too much, you're trying to get bigger than the program, you're putting too much dip on your chip, you got to go. Okay? At any age. And too much dip on a chip. That's what it got with Joseph. Because Michael did all this work, and he had him working day and night and night and day and day and night and night and day. And it's like, your wealth is my wealth. And Michael could have been nasty and said, well, you guys don't have to live in my home. You don't have to live in my home. You don't have to be here, yada yada yada. But he had a heart of gold. Haley Phelps, how you doing? What's up, boo? Yeah, but I feel he had a heart of gold. I'm not gonna say I feel like I know that he had a heart of gold. I mean, he grew up without any genuine friends. He made friends with children that were in the hospital. He made friends with animals. A lot of times that's what happens when you are destined for greatness, because a lot of people you can't surround yourself with, because then they start to feel like they can wear your light like it's a jacket. And it's just not something that you put on, it's something that's automatically in you. So, in that, I will say that, it's hard and it's disheartening when you have a parent, let alone maybe two. I know that a few celebrities have dealt with that. Justin Bieber being one of them. Lindsay Lohan definitely, because her parents were a complete shit show. But these are the things that it still doesn't take away from who they are. It just kind of stains the image a little bit. And what I like is it just brought back the importance of his heart and what all he brought to this world. What the seeds that he planted into this world. That's what I like most. Is and I won't say like, that's what I love the most. But there's something about that movie that it inspired me. Like it really did. And I just want people to go out and watch. Because a lot of things they didn't talk about, like he was big on manifestation, and I'm big on manifestation and meditating and things of that sort. I've had people that I surrounded myself with that they frowned their nose, they frowned down on manifestation and meditating and things of that sort. But how can somebody of great stature obtain the things that they obtained without being able to plant positive affirmations and seeds within themselves? Because really it doesn't matter what people are saying on the outside, it's really what you believe on the inside about yourself. And if you don't believe positive things about yourself on the inside, then it will reflect on the out. And I don't believe a word that they said about Michael Jackson doing all of these heinous, nasty, disgusting things. My hair needs to be shampooed. Just in case somebody's watching, just in case there's a Joseph Jackson out there watching, saying, why is she running her hands through her hair? Because it's mine. Clock it. And you can mind your own damn business. I had somebody tell me that. I'm not going to call them out because they know who they are. But yeah. Favorite kind of flower. I'm such a plant person. I love, 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 love peonies. I love roses as well. The Birds of Paradise was one of my favorites also. But yeah, I love me a good peony. Also hibiscus flowers, bomb. I'm a plant person. I'm looking at my plant babies right now in my space. It's the gardening season, so I'm getting my garden and everything underway. I already laid my soil, my fertilizer and everything down. I'm building everything from the grounds up, guys. I'm building it from the grounds up on my own, solo dolo, no help. However, I would love to have some help. But again, it goes back to when you carry a heavy light, a lot of times you want to help all these people, but then when they've been around you too long, if they don't have a certain amount of grounding within themselves, they start to try and live as though they you, putting too much dip on the chip and running and rambling their mouth. And then when you separate yourself from them, they know the reason why. They know the reason why. Ah, they know the reason why. I'm not much of a singer, but yeah, I be singing to myself. But yo, on a crazier note, I think they said over $200 billion stolen from the PPP. So they want you to run that back. Hopefully nobody in this chat did any of that because they want to run it back now. Run it up, run it back. Schemers and scammers, beware of them. Man, to have an attitude of gratitude is priceless. I think anybody that is sitting watching this live or the playback, I just want to send you a special thank you. And if you're dealing with something, it's a moment, it'll pass. It's a moment, it'll pass. I talked to a young lady today because they put a boot on her car in the parking garage. She's new here and they put a boot on her car. So I was, chatting it up with her because she's new to the crew. Shout out to her. And they put a boot on her car because this damn record store next door, I don't know if Wayne and Garth or Beavis or Butthead, whoever owns it next door, they they putting too much dip on their chips. So the boot guy, he's being above the program. At least he's thinking that he is. He got his cap on real low and tight on his head, and he's like, "Oh, it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands." So he puts his boot on the girl's car, and while we're out there talking, waiting on the guy to come, she show she expressed to me that she was working in a salon with a friend, and she helped a friend open her salon in 2020 during the pandemic. She said she came on as a chair renter and she was helping her friend, build the business more. The business it was there, but she said she was helping to build more. And then she started bringing her own clients in. And basically, in hindsight, what ended up happening was the friend got in competition with her secretly because envy is quiet and jealousy is very loud. And what she did was she started doing all this silly stuff, creating problems where there wasn't a problem. So her being the nice girl that she is, she's still, following suit, smiling, keeping everything cool, calm, collective. And then the friend just told her, you know what, you can get out. You just need to leave. And I was standing there and I'm talking to her, and I believe everything that she say because it was like she was talking to a mirror because I too had experienced that. So I did inform her and let her know that, it's a moment, it will pass. It is heartbreaking because this was your friend. Your beauty should be framed and studied in an art museum in Paris. Just wow. Thank you, Debo One. But I told her, it's a moment, it's gonna pass. You're gonna go through some rough patches because you are stepping out on your own. If she is doing a smear campaign on you, because I've experienced a smear campaign as well, roll with it. Don't say anything back. It's going to be really hard because you're going to want to plead your case, but you just let that person run it. You just let them run their mouth. Just run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Because what will eventually happen is that person will continue to watch everything that you're doing, knowing that they did you dirty. And while they're watching you grow and elevate, knowing that they did you dirty, they're forgetting to cross their own T's and dot their own I's. So while you're growing and you're elevating, and they're still running your name in the mud and talking about you, the business that she thought that you had built and that it had gotten to this substantial, this big thing or whatever she thought, it begins to crumble because it wasn't built on a solid ground. So what you're starting here is being built on a solid ground. So yeah, it hurts. Get your tears out, but don't let them see you sweat. And the number one rule, my number one rule, I'll tell any of you guys that whatever you're going through, don't look like it. Don't look like it. Do not look like it. Because you know what? In the wise words of Beyonce herself, revenge, your revenge is your paper. Okay? That's the best revenge. Get that shmonyon and leave them dusties in the dust where they belong. Scheming and scamming with their PPP loans or whatever. And nine times, the reason why I brought that up with the PPP loans, because when she was talking to me, it kind of made me think, because it was like in 2020, and everybody was like playing around with numbers. Not saying that I did that because I don't play them type of games, but a lot of people was playing around with them numbers. You start seeing people rocking the Chanelica bags, the Louis and the things that they never was really rocking before. And it's like, where you getting this money from, son? Where you getting this money from? Come to find out, if it wasn't a sugar daddy, it was a PPP loan. Hey, hey, take one on the track. How you doing? How you doing? Mwah, 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 mwah. How you been? I know I ain't been on in a minute. I had to hop on, honey. I had to hop on. It's getting silly out here. I went to go see the Michael Jackson movie last night. It was so bomb. I went to see the Michael Jackson movie last night. It was so bomb. Have you seen the movie yet? Maybe, maybe not. Not yet. You need to go see it. You need to go see it. It's good. Especially if you're a musician, it's definitely, if you're any type of artist, you definitely need to go see that Michael Jackson movie. It's any type of artist, because that's another thing. You have talents and you have gifts, just like this young lady, when people can't, when we start outshining what's not really what's popping, and they can't live in your light, they start wanting to be you. They be putting too much dip on their chip. They be doing too much. Like, go sit down. Go have several seats. Stop that. Your favorite season and why? Spring. It used to be summer. I love going to the beach and just, getting some vitamin D, get the sun glistening. It's just, it's a better vibe. I don't like being cold. Spring, it's the beginning of the gardening season. So yeah, I'll say that spring is maybe my favorite season. Summer used to be, but I don't dip in the ocean no more. That ocean is scary. It's really scary. And I used to go out very far in the ocean. Very, very far. You love the spring? Me too. Where are you in Chicago? Child bye. Ain't nobody copying you. It's probably still cold in Chicago, knowing you in the windy city. In the blistering, blundering, windy city. Oh, you in Compton. My bad. You in Compton? It's one of the C's. Am I right or am I wrong? Come on, don't keep me waiting. I talk to so many people. You can't expect for me to like remember everybody. See, in Chicago, see, I had it right. Chicago, you a Gemini, kind of dark, but eh, it's yeah. Chicago, we're gonna sprinkle some prayer dust on Chicago. Positive vibes on Chicago. Positive vibes. There we go. Boom. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Talking about I forgot. You must have forgot. You welcome. You welcome. But anywho, what else is good? What else is good? Don't listen. It's been a lot going on. I'm getting my hair shampooed today because girlfriend scalp is like really itchy right now. Really, really itchy. I'm like, my skin is glistening, honey. She's glowing. You would think you would think that I had a young man flirting with me in my ear. I'm glowing, but really I just did my makeup. It's fresh. And I put some lip gloss on. So my lip gloss is popping. No ashy lips over here. But what else is good? What else is good? I'm still trying to figure out what I want to put in the ground. I know I definitely want to do okra this year. I definitely want to plant some sugar baby watermelon. I start everything from seed. I don't buy the plants out of the store. Eventually, I will, I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys comment below if you're interested in learning more about gardening because it's quite as it's kept. I'm the goat. Like and whatever I touch turns to gold, literally. No flex. N- No joke. Like seriously. If I date you and you know that you are like not that guy, meaning you know that you don't get a lot of attention, you'll notice you'll start getting a lot of attention. I proven, proven facts. But you gotta have a kind heart if I entertain you. You have to have a kind heart and you have to like me. Not be obsessed, but like me. Like me as a person. I just kicked to the curb because I was like, listen, you don't like women. And he said I sound like the internet, but I'm like, hey, you sound like you don't like women. And I've experienced people that do not like women. You may like the idea of sexualizing a woman, but you don't like women. Like you don't like women that have a brain. And that's thumbs down. You don't like a woman with a brain, you definitely don't like me. And because you don't like a woman with a brain, you gotta move around, baby. You gotta move around. I don't know what to do with that. Because I'm not a body to just be like groped on and all of that. No, absolutely not. I find that I've run into men that have sons that want to raise their sons that way as well. At least that's what I assume. But baby, if you're gonna be in my presence, you gotta love all of me. You gotta love me from head to toe and not surface. You gotta love me deeply because I'm a girl. I have a heart of gold, and I don't lack depth. So if you're a surface level individual, stay far, 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 far away from me. I used to get in my feelings too, but I don't get in my feelings no more. Like you'll be here today and gone tomorrow. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people take up space because people get too comfortable. It don't matter if it's family or long-term friends or however long you done known them. Don't let people think that they can just come and um get silly. Because once you get silly with me, once I sense that there's a little somebody trying to be funny with me, like he said, everything that I said was just a joke. I said, well, every joke got a little truth to it. At least I know most of my jokes got a lot of truth to it. That's what makes them funny, is because it's true. But when it's not true, a joke, like it just doesn't make sense. So he's like, all right, blah, blah, blah. He started gaslighting. He's like, all right, I won't tell you no more jokes. Then don't. Because this is the second time I done had to address this issue. And I don't like repeating myself. I'm about to hop off because this is about to make the 30-minute mark. 30 minutes. So I'm going to send you guys kisses and hearts and all of that stuff. And I also want to plant this seed. Do not allow people to come and plant any type of seed of doubt. Because if people are coming around you and they're planting seeds of doubt, it's simply because they can't do it themselves. And because they can't do it themselves, they don't see that you can do it. So don't allow people to plant seeds of doubt. Kisses back. So don't allow people to plant seeds of doubt. If they say you not popping, You tell yourself, I'm popping. I'm bigger than a program. I'm bigger than a program. I'm popping. I've always been that, always gonna be that. And that's on Mary and all her little ass lambs. Okay? So even if you think that, hey, I don't have this, you got this. I got this. I know that I got this. I'm gonna execute it. It's gonna be bomb. It's gonna be better than what I could have ever imagined. Even if you don't know how to do it, it'll come to you. It'll come to you because you're a creative. And if you're right here and you're watching this video, whenever you're watching this video, I just want you to know that, listen, all the greats had to endure some type of hater, some type of family member with the foolishness, some type of like silly friend trying to live in a light and all of that silly stuff. And just know, just come through the mud and leave them in the dust. Leave them in the dust. Because you were born to this beautiful life that's your own. You were born to this beautiful life that's your own. And that's all I got. That's all I got. Because I'm starting to like touch a nerve and I don't want to mess up my makeup. So I love you guys. One. Big hearts, love and light. And you know what? Kill it. Like, cause tomorrow is the hump of the week and we gotta get over it. And I'll probably try to hop on by the end of this week. We'll see. Cause my weeks have been like an emotional roller coaster here lately. But bye.